Very excited to talk to you today. We are entering the fifth season of Chesapeake Shores, and there's got to be a little bit of pressure because when it comes to a show like this, it's so beloved, and really all the fans are a part of the O'Brien family at this point. I mean, is there any thought about that as you enter into this world?
Oh my gosh, there is so much thought about that as I entered this world. I got there, and of course, my neurotic brain is going, listen, the show's a success. So if for some reason this season doesn't go well, you're the only new piece guy, you know? So there was a lot of nerves about it, yes.
100%. Well, and I think the best way to kind of explain that a little better is if you tell us a little bit about Evan McKenzie and tell us about how he enters this world and this family.
Evan Kincaid, actually, Mackenzie didn't clear.
Oh, okay.
That was what was initially in the press release, but it's Evan Kincaid, actually.
Evan Kincaid. All right.
A highly successful entrepreneur who comes to Chesapeake Shores looking to build a boutique hotel. And of course, he hires Chesapeake Shores' #1 construction company, O'Brien Construction. And that's how Mick and Abby get brought into his world, or how Evan gets brought into the O'Brien's world. I like.
And what was the first thing that you kind of realized, I guess how this show worked? When you walk into a new show, sometimes it's always like, okay, so this is how it works. These are the people. Like, what was the first thing you kind of noticed as you entered the set, or even once you kind of entered maybe a script reading with the cast and crew that you're like, okay, so it's this kind of show?
Well, because of the COVID of it, and I don't come in until episode 3. I really hadn't had a chance to interact with the cast much. But one of the things I immediately noticed was everyone was really warm and welcoming, and it's a very tight knit group. But thankfully, it wasn't like they weren't like exclusive. Like they really brought me into the fold and sort of made me feel at ease right from the jump. And then I would say the first scene where Megan and I, so Abby and Evan, really kind of bicker back and forth. It's a scene in Mick's office. That was one of the first scenes I did, and it was so much fun. I remember when they called cut, hearing the crew laugh, and just and walking back onto set and being like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing this year. Like, we're having fun. We're going to be playful. We're going to be light, and that sort of set the tone for the Abby Evan relationship this season.
So you're no stranger to the Hallmark universe in the world there. Can you tell me, is there a difference of walking onto a set of a Hallmark movie versus, let's say, iZombie or Powerless or something like that, where it's like a little bit different? Was there a difference in it? I mean, is it kind of like, is it more of a proper "we don't do that here" kind of thing, or is it more just like a really like a family barbecue? Like, how do you explain it when you walk into something like that?
Well, there's a lot less blood. I can say that. Less stunt work. But I mean, iZombie was a great experience where everyone got along. And so as far as the vibe on set goes, I would say, all my experience with Hallmark have been the same, where it's like, it's, just people who are happy to be there. And so that really, it kind of creates a vibe where it's like, let's just have some fun. Like when you're doing a Hallmark movie, it's 3 weeks usually in a beautiful location. So it's like, why would we not enjoy this? It's a nice group of people. It's a beautiful place. Let's have some fun, and so that's kind of the vibe you get on these Hallmark productions.
Now, to speak of the fact that, of course, Hallmark, you might not necessarily be the #1 demographic for it. So there's so many great shows you might not have caught up. So did you have to binge many seasons of this show when you found out that this was something you could be a part of?
I did. Yes. I was familiar with the show because I had worked with Treat Williams on The Christmas House the year prior, and he had told me about it. So I had seen a little bit of it after that. But once this happened, yes, I immediately ran to my Apple TV and downloaded 4 seasons of Chesapeake Shores. And luckily there was a 2-week COVID quarantine before I could even start working. So I had ample time to really just become one with the sofa and watch the whole series. So yes, I have done my homework.
And how has the online social media community been to you as soon as you were announced to be part of this? Because of course, when it comes to Ori and the O'Briens, like I said, there's a love of the family, and you don't mess with the family. So, was there any social outpouring automatically that kind of just showed the fact that you were now in this world?
The response was overwhelmingly positive. It was the fan base were just welcoming, which was great because again, didn't know what to expect. So I was prepared for anything, but I was very appreciative and relieved when it was just kind words and welcome to the gang.
And of course, this show is no stranger to love triangles and all kinds of things going on, men vying for attention. Is that kind of a fun part as an actor to kind of jump into? Like it's part your own personality, but a little flavor of jealousy in there too, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the kind of the dynamic between Evan and Megan this season is so much fun, because what starts off as just kind of disinterest and disdain and annoyance really on her end with Evan does sort of blossom into something. Because I think it's a really cool place to start from, where they're both just like, we don't like each other. Great, let's get this work done. That creates a really cool starting point for your arc over the season to sort of see where they get to, as they get to know each other, how does that dynamic change? And I had a really good time doing that.
And I'm just assuming that Evan is wrong in this situation, one way or the other. Usually, I'm guessing Ori's going to be the one that's right in the way she thinks and how everything's working. So we'll definitely look forward to that, and hopefully many more seasons to come when it comes to Chesapeake. So welcome to it all. I'm glad that Tree got a chance to talk to you about it and got you some interest, and now you're part of this world. So I can't imagine anything else that's got to be as fun as joining a family like this. And Hallmark is a great place. It's like a big hug to be part of this world even more. So congratulations, and we look forward to all the episodes for the season.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. I'm really excited about it. I think people are gonna like it.
For sure. Have a great day. Thank you very much.